Hi everybody. I'm going to send you out a little video. I was just driving home from the river farm, and usually it's dusk when I'm driving home, and every evening I'll see a few deer, turkey, I never know, a couple here, turkey there. And as I'm driving home, I start to hear the text dinging on my phone because Kyle had surgery. And I'm thinking, oh man, Kyle just finished his surgery. I hope it went well. I really should have prayed harder about it today. Should have prayed for him. I should have taken the time to think about him more and to pray for his surgery and the doctor's hands and the recovery. And I just started praying as I was driving. I was thinking about him. I was thinking about how hard he works. I was thinking about how we put our bodies through brutal things. You know, and we work really hard and we have a really strong work ethic because of our parents and because of the way we were raised and of wanting to do everything with all of our might because that's the way God tells us to do it. To just push through, to plan, to be good stewards. I was praying about that. You know, and mental prayers, they only take a few seconds. These thoughts come into your mind and you just contemplate them, and God puts thoughts in your minds. I heard a woman recently say, who has an American Indian background, and she said, my great-grandmothers taught me that sometimes you'll see randomly when you're thinking of a thought that is a directed, in line with God thought, that you pay attention, because in her American Indian heritage, she was taught that God would give you a sign. He would put a hawk in the sky. He would put an eagle in the sky. He would give you just some little note that you're not amiss, you're not thinking wrong. As I was driving, I looked off to the side, and the tree line that's above the river as I'm driving, I see a great big eagle just flying right in the branches of the tree. And there, along with it, is a second eagle. And those two eagles, we have had so much wind today. It has just been gusting 40 miles an hour plus all day. And those two eagles were flying just above the branches and doing everything they could with the currents of the wind coming up that cliff along that tree line. They were doing all they could, but they were together, you could tell, and kind of circling and winding around. And I just thought, thank you, Lord. I'm thinking of my brother. I'm thinking of his procedures. I'm thinking of his recovery and how I'm hoping and praying that God, the good healer, would make his recovery strong, would make his procedure have gone smoothly after the fact, and would make his recovery easy and quick and thorough, and that his rest now can go well as he's being sedated for pain, and that his pain management can go well, and that JoJo can take good care of him. It's not easy. It's none of it easy. And I know that you're not going to see this, hopefully, until you're feeling better and you're recovering. But just as I looked away from those eagles and my eyes took back to the road ahead of me, right in front of me was a big, huge turkey 20 yards ahead of my car. And that turkey was flying right in front of my car and flew off across the fence. And so I'm awake now. I am paying attention. I am focused finally on the road. You know, I've been driving and praying. And I'm just like, okay, Kelly, get a grip here. Start focusing on the road. There's another sign. And so I went a little further. I'm going down this really long hill where I always see a few deer, and I see a couple off to the side in the pasture. And this is dead. We're just at the worst, ugliest time of spring right now. And there's no leaves on the tree. There's no food for the habitat. And this is the season of the year when they always say that the deer are grouping up and that they'll move together in groups for safety, and coming out of the woods from the deep of winter and looking for food. And I saw these two deer off to the side, and then as I'm looking on down the road ahead of me, I see a little scrawny deer cross in front, right where this bridge is. And, I always watch for two. You always see one, and then where's the other one? You're going to see another one, right? But I go on up the road, and I round the corner, and I always take it slow right around the corner because there's a little stream there, and there's a big woods. We call it Krieger's Woods. And I've been hearing a lot of turkey over there. We've been seeing wildlife daily. But do you know that this is the very first time after I turn that corner and I am looking up toward that stream, I see 3 deer jump the fence and come up on the road and pass in front of me on the road. And so I just slow on down. And here come 4 and 5. And here come 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And I just waited. And in that time frame, there were 12 deer between me and the creek, 20 yards in front of my car, that just loped and went across and into the woods, jumping a fence, every one of them, jumping a fence. And it was the most beautiful thing. So I know this is 7 minutes long. There's a Kirkendall story for you. You probably haven't gotten to hear a good Kirkendall story in a while. I just want you to know that I'm thinking of you, Kyle, all of you sisters. I miss you very, very much. And as we go into this spring holiday season, I just want you to know that spring is such a joyous time. There's so much to look at and so much to see. And God is opening our eyes to so many things. And is it significant that we saw 12, that I saw 12? I know that God is a God of mercy and justice and peace and love. And I just pray that you can see signs that God is showing you at this time too. I hope you're all blessed. I pray for you all very much. And I just want you to know that you are very loved. And I miss you all a lot. Have a great and blessed night. Bye.